got a plug to pull on the septic tank of insurgents. This place is the drain stopper.
I heard that.
Every evil bastard that got banished, kicked out, had nowhere else to go, they came here.
A friend of mine once said all shooters can be split into two categories. There's the shooter for sniper people, and there's the shooter for shotgun people. And the difference he so succinctly points out is that some shooters are for gamers who prefer just running into rooms and shooting everything that moves, and some are for a more deliberate and cerebral gamer. This game is one of the latter. In fact, it doesn't even matter how good your shot is in this game. Unless you hit your enemies with solid strategy first, you're going to be shot in the head by an enemy you didn't even know was there. Evidently, you're fighting armed velociraptors in Operation FLASHPOINT, Red River. A clever girl.
All right, we got a window of opportunity. Bring the vehicles up.
Target pacified. I'm hit!
Released earlier this summer, Red River is the second Operation Flashpoint game developed by Codemasters, following up the 2009 game Dragon Rising. Red River is definitely the sniper type of shooter. It's a tactical FPS in which a single well-placed bullet usually drops you where you stand. Realism is the name of the game here, so if you're more of the balls-to-the-wall type, this definitely isn't a game for you. You play as the leader of a team of Marines battling in Tajikistan. Red River presents its story very well, using fantastic cutscenes with really great production value. The game name drops people like Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush and Osama bin Laden, and through its fictional story, it uses actual figures and places to progress its plots. But what's less enthralling is the nature in which it portrays the American soldier. And the amount of racist dialogue that gets thrown around in Red River is very uncomfortable. After the 10th time I heard one of my fellow Americans refer to blowing away some camel jockeys, I mean, I seriously wanted to turn off my console.
Get some! Man, Cobra pilots have got it made! Flying around the desert, shooting up Tajis all day long? Hope they leave something for us when we get over the border.
This horrendously offensive dialogue often ruins what is an otherwise decent tactical FPS. Nonetheless, Red River is all about taking out the enemy with an intelligent approach, if not intelligent banter. As the team leader, you have to command your squad on the battlefield. If you try to go it alone, the mission doesn't usually end well. You can't just be Clint Eastwood. You need to come up with a plan, and then you have to execute it. And what makes this even more challenging is that your enemies are doing the same thing. They're trying to flank your position and move in as well, so you have to keep... Wait a minute, what is that? That's Megadeth! Holy this game is now officially absolved of its sins under direct order of the most honorable Shredmaster, Dave Mustaine. That's my favorite band, Undertoads. As with any game that requires intelligence to play, Red River is at its best when you play with other humans. You can play the campaign with up to 4 players, and that's definitely the best way to do it. Although there isn't a lot to do in terms of competitive multiplayer, the cooperative stuff makes the mission a success. But technically speaking, the game's a mixed bag. Some of the lighting looks great, and the setting sun and all the skylines look fantastic, but the environments themselves can be pretty bland. In fact, the contrast between those really well-produced cutscenes and the game's less than impressive graphics is pretty stark. So it's not a very polished game, and the trial and error that goes into some of the missions can be a pain in the ass. But if you're looking for a decent tactical FPS with a steep degree of challenge, this isn't a bad choice. It's Operation Flashpoint Red River, a game that sways to the symphony of destruction.
Rifleman, 75 meters west.
25 meters.
We've got contacts in the village. What happened to the perimeter? They keep coming like this. We can't check the village. We've got contacts in the village. What happened to the perimeter? They keep coming like this. We can't check the village.